We obviously don't have a clue what we're doing with those things. I mean, now we're starting to gain an understanding. The Waterford car was running all right. I mean, we won a race every year. We had our Waterford car. But the Stafford car, I mean, we were fast. Like, we were top 10 every week, but we were never better than, like, 8th or 9th fastest. And no matter what we did, we were always same speed. We'd go with really soft in the nose. We'd run a 20.0. We'd go stiff as a board. We'd run a 20.0. And there was just no change in what we were running in lap time or what we were doing in the race.
Didn't respond.
So, yeah, I mean, and we brought that car to Keith either in the beginning of the year or in the middle of the year, and it really didn't make a difference. It wasn't the car, but it was just whatever we were doing was not working.
Right.
And at that point, I wasn't sure if it was me or the car. So then we decided to do Keith's car for the Invitational.
Oh boy, and that was big.
Yeah, because obviously before that, 2022, we weren't going very well with the street stock at Stafford, and then the SK Light, like, we were okay. I think we finished 8th in points and got Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
But we really only had like 3 or 4 decent runs. And so we decided to run Keith's car at the Invitational. And I think we went like 8th to 1st in the heat in like 2 laps. And then we led every lap of the feature. And then that was pretty much that. I think then we took it to Waterford for the finale. And we led like all but 2 laps there and then lost to Johnny O.
Oh, yeah. Was he fighting for the championship that year?
Him and Berglace
were
raced for the championship. And pretty much Johnny O had to win it. And he got by me with 2 to go.
So that was last year, right? First full year with KRR?
24 was, yeah.
Yeah.
What a change.
Yeah, just talk about being around Keith Rocco, driving his cars. What have you learned from him?
I mean, everything me and my dad have learned has pretty much come from him. You know, that's the best part is learning. And I mean, we didn't know anything when we started running modifieds as far as modifieds concerned.
Yeah.
And, you know, just not even asking questions, but just being around and learning the process to do things. Simple things like learning how to do tires, all that kind of stuff. It's so much different from what both of us know.
Right.
And I mean, it makes a big difference, especially on those things, you know. I think the biggest thing, not even necessarily driving his car has made the biggest difference, but just being around and learning what does what. And just everything is at the process other than the racing side of it, other than going on the track part, has really made a big improvement.
Yeah, you can make the case that nobody is more prepared than Keith Rocco. You know what I mean? That's always been the case.
Well, the Keith Rocco always brings fast cars. It seems like, you know, is compared to other guys. And most guys bring fast cars, but I mean, when you first get into Keith Rocco, I mean, you had to have been elated to start 2024 with KRR. What kind of pressure were you feeling? Any sort of pressure because now you're getting in winning stuff that you just dominated the Invitational with? Is there any sort of added pressure, or are you just going about your business?
I mean, there wasn't really any added pressure per se that first year. I think I was really excited because that was the first time in my career I felt like I've had a car that could go out and win on any week. You know, so I think that contributed to a little bit of the, I don't want to say the aggressiveness in the middle of the season, but that's what really bit us in the butt points wise. I think we still ended up like 7th or 8th in points
last year.
Yeah, but you know, that's the part that, you know, people get mad that I drive like an asshole or whatever. But you know, at the end of the day, you get a winning car and you never know when you're going to win again. You're going to do everything you can, and so I think this year that kind of helped me toning it down, knowing that I am going to have a winning car next week. So, you know, last year you never know. You know, you could go win one week, run 12th the next.
Right.
So you know, anytime I thought I had a chance at winning, I was going to take it. And, you know, that contributed to a lot of over aggressiveness. But I mean, we still won 3 races or whatever.
Yeah.
And,
well, I think that, you know, during the midpoint when you got in trouble and had to start scratch for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And 32 car fields.
Oh, right. I forgot about
that.
I
mean, you're starting like dead last at 32 car fields. You know, as good as you were, you still couldn't make it to the top 10.
Yeah. So we started. So I mean, it was kind of the same as
That's the whole Pooh Bear.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was kind of the same as this year. We pretty much didn't finish a race in July or most of August, and then last year and this year we won Mayberry night, or not Mayberry night, but like the back to school night, the first race September or whatever.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then last year we finished fourth the next race. Then I had to start in the back, so I kind of scratched those weeks. And then we the next 3 weeks. So the last 2 races we finished second.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year we struggle in July, August,
Yeah.
that kind of range.
That midsummer stretch.
And then we win the first race of September.
Mm-hmm.
We finish second the next week. Then we finish fourth, and then we win.
Yep.
So I mean, we kind of I just think especially this year, if we kind of could have prevented a little bit of whatever happens in the summer, 1 week.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many circumstances you go back and think of. It was 2 spots.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, even the second to last week, we got beat by Dalton and Cologianis to finish fourth, and most weeks were better than those guys. I mean, even Nick were better than most weeks. I mean, I think we unload with the best car every week, no matter what.
Right.
I mean, so you always think of one spot here, one spot there, but yeah, I mean, even one wreck. I mean,
Yeah. Let alone, 3 in a row that you had?
Yeah, I think we've wrecked like 4 out of 5 and 3 in a row 1 week.
Yeah.
And it was just like, last year I feel like was contributed to a lot of my aggressiveness, but this year, I mean,
It was bad luck for you this year.
I feel like it was a lot of bad luck. I mean, the only one I could really contribute that I'd go back and do something different was going to the outside of Midford. But I mean, I still, in my opinion, think I had a spot out there and didn't have to lift. I mean, thinking about it now, obviously it was like lap 5 or 6, I would have lifted and just got back in line had I known that. But, I really feel like most of this year's wrecks weren't contributed to me being an idiot.
Right. Well,
it's great.
I mean, honestly, he beat me to it, though, because I was going to say, it reminds me a lot of Verrecchio. When Verrecchio got that brand new car, had the best equipment.
Yeah.
Last year, he was fast, but got into skirmishes, and that cost him in the end.
The aggressiveness is I don't think never going to go away. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like Stafford, there's people telling me to ride and run 8th or 9th when I had the point seed, but that's just not
you.
It's not me.
Yeah.
Like Megan, she did a great job of taking whatever she could get and just kind of not riding per se, but like she was not going to force the issue, especially when she had the point lead.
Right.
Like she just took whatever she hadn't finished. But I mean,
you made it 3 wide in the finale because you knew you had to get to the front.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm never gonna be able to content running 8th or 9th with a car that could finish 3rd or 4th, in my opinion, just because my parents put in way too much and everybody else that supports me puts in way too much for me to just settle in and run 9th when I could possibly go win.
Yeah. Now let's talk about your first SKLA points win at Stafford, because I was in the booth that night. And it was a barn burner. And that was the start, really, of him and Tyler Chapman having fierce battles on the racetrack.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
You and Tyler Chapman. Let's talk about the first points win, because that was a phenomenal battle. There was contact. There was close calls. But then the battles you two would have for the next year in that division at Stafford, at Thompson, were absolute classics, even at Waterford this year.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Tyler's the only guy I really race against that I go to the track and I look and see where he's at and what he's doing. I feel like when I show up at the track, he's the only guy that might be able to beat me straight up. If we both go out same cars, he might beat me. Everybody else, I feel confident in my ability that I'm going to beat them. So, I feel like we really push each other in that aspect. Like that points when you're talking about, that was awesome because we were just crossed each other over, beating the crap out of each other. But I mean, that's what we do. We race for each other really hard, and for the most part, it never really ends bad. We
There were a couple.
Yeah, we know where each other's limit is for the most part, and like you seen that at Waterford, the second to last race.
Yep.
I mean, he had me over the white line a few times. I had him up there. We were beating the crap out of each other. Like that's just how we race, but we don't wreck each other for the most part. That's just how it is. And I personally find that really fun. I think he does too. We get out smiling, shaking hands, and we think it's a great time. And then you get people in the stands who obviously don't like it. But, we're all there to have fun. And me and him are going to do exactly whatever it takes to win. Nothing more, nothing less. And we both know that from each other. So, I mean, we cut each other breaks when it's needed so we don't wreck. But, I mean, other than that, it's pretty much 100% when we're racing each other.
It doesn't matter what track. I mean, I could think of each track a classic battle. The first win for you at Stafford points-wise, the World Series last year when you were driving the 12, I think, right?
Yeah, so Schultz flies in from every race. So it was supposed to rain on Sunday last year, so he couldn't make it. We weren't supposed to run the World Series anyway. Right. And I drove that car, and I think we got one round of practice in, and then it was straight into the race. So I'd never driven that car before that point. And I mean, they're all pretty much the same. I mean, Keith pretty much sets everything up the same, but he changes some things here or there to make everything comfortable for whoever's driving. Yeah. Obviously, like, I'm not going to want the same car Schultz has handling wise. Right. You know, I'm comfortable with something different than Megan wants or Bob wants, and vice versa. But I mean, that car was awesome, and I think we were a little bit better than Tyler. And I mean, he just pretty much outraced me, I guess. That's pretty much the best way to put it. But like I said, I mean, we push each other to 100%. I mean, I think we crossed each other over probably 20 times that race.
Yeah,
we pretty much raced from the first lap to the last. And I mean, I threw a haymaker the last quarter, and it stuck, and he crossed me over, and he beat me. Yeah. Kind of similar to what happened this weekend, you know?
Right.
I mean,